Are you taking a Mediterranean cruise and wonder which is the best way to explore some of Europe's most unique cruise ports? Well, stay tuned because today we're going to tell you our great experiences in the port of Funchal, which is on the island of.
Madeira, and it's called Funchal.
Oh, yes. And we took a Tuk Tuk tour. Now, we've done Tuk Tuk tours all over the Mediterranean and the ports, and always loved them. And we truly believe that they're a great way to explore and enjoy the cruise ports without having to book cruise line excursions. So, stay tuned while we tell you all you need to know if you decide to book a Tuk Tuk tour yourself. Hey, what's up? I'm Rick.
And I'm Andrea, and welcome back to our channel. We absolutely love to travel, and our favorite way to do it is by cruise ship. And we've been lucky enough to visit some amazing destinations around the world, and we love to share our experience to help you make the most of your travel as well.
Mhm.
In today's video, we are talking about one of our favorite discovery from our recent European cruise stop, a Tuk Tuk tour.
Yeah, now we actually just got back from an amazing Tuk Tuk tour in Madeira. And honestly, it was the highlight of our trip, or one of at least. Now, we've done Tuk Tuk tours in several other ports, Split, Croatia, for instance, and in Bari here in Italy. And we always loved them so much. So I want you to really stick around so that you'll learn why they make such excellent ways to visit a port, plus a few extra things that you should keep in mind before you book one.
Absolutely. Before we embarked on our cruise, we were searching on GetYourGuide for some interesting excursion in Funchal, Madeira, and we saw that the Tuk Tuk tour was available. And because we did other ports, we decided to book a 3 hours private tour.
Yeah, and actually that's what's nice about Tuk Tuks right off the bat, right? Since it's not a tour for many people at the same time, right? They usually only hold 2 or 3 passengers. They're almost always private.
Absolutely. And we like to book our excursion on GetYourGuide because it gives us the flexibility to change and cancel up to 24 hours before the trip. That way, if something changes, a port gets cancelled, or the weather is not cooperating, it's possible to cancel without any problem and without losing any money.
Good point. Now, one of the most important aspects of a Tuk Tuk tour, of course, is the fact that you could tell your driver exactly what you want to see, whether it's the hidden viewpoints, the historical sites, or just the local cafes, and they'll tailor the route just for you. No fixed itinerary, no big crowds. For example, we asked our guides to take us to some places in Funchal that are not commonly visited by tourists, and then to take us, perhaps for a traditional lunch. And
There she did.
exactly.
Another aspect that makes Tuk Tuk Tour great is the fact that Tuk Tuk go where the big buses cannot go. Since the Tuk Tuk are small and nimble, they can reach some spot where larger vehicles simply can't. In older town, like Funchal in Madeira, that meant we're living through steep hills and charming narrow street with incredible views.
Of dramatic cliffs.
Oh, dramatic cliffs, exactly. With Tuk Tuk Tour, you can get right in the front of the best spot of the city, where the big excursion buses simply cannot. Also, Tuk Tuk can zip around traffic, making it easier to navigate in busy area.
Yeah, that's actually very true. Now let's explore another reason why we love the Tuk Tuk tours, and it's they're flexible, right? Their flexibility in duration. Now, you can book 1 hour, 2 hour, or more, 3 hour, 4 hours, whatever fits your time in the cruise port. And it's perfect if you've only got a few hours before your next sail away. Now, right on Get Your Guide's website, you can choose the duration of the tour and the time you want your tour to start. For example, we did not want to get off the ship right away, right when every other passenger on board was leaving. So, for that reason, we booked our tour at 11 a.m. That way, we were able to leave the ship without being pushed around and rushed. By the way, if you want to book some great Tuk Tuk tours around Europe, go ahead and scan this QR code or check the link in the description.
Absolutely. Now, another aspect that the Tuk Tuk Tour that we love is the convenient pickup and drop off.
Hmm.
Tuk Tuk company picks you up by the cruise terminal and drop you off or at there too. You don't have to worry about finding a transportation or missing your ship. In our cases, we asked our driver to drop us off in Funchal city center because we want to do some Madeira wine tasting. And that was exactly what she did.
And who wouldn't want to do some extra wine tasting along the way?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about another aspect of the Tuk Tuk tour that we love, right? It's affordable. Tuk Tuk tours are usually much cheaper than ship excursions or other private tours. I don't know why it is, but it's just like that, especially if you're traveling with friends or family. In our case, a 3-hour private tour cost us only 125 euros, which is great. If you consider that you have the transportation and a tour guide with you both for the full 3 hours.
Moving on to another reason that we love the tuk-tuk tours is the fresh air and the great views. We love having that open air experience. It's the best way to take the scenery and get amazing photos without any window and the glare.
Isn't that true?
Absolutely. This is not something that you can do on a bus or in a taxi. Also, because the tour is private, it is possible to ask the driver to slow down if there's something in particular that you want to take a photo or a video. This kind of flexibility is absolutely priceless and not possible on a bus.
Yeah, yeah. Now, let's talk about our last reason why we love tuk-tuks. They're a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Cruising around in a tuk-tuk, it's exhilarating. It's just so much fun, especially when you go way around the corner. It's open air, you feel the breeze, you smell the flowers, and you really feel the energy of the place you're visiting. And we love zipping around the narrow sweet streets of Funchal, climbing the steep roads of Madeira, and driving around the banana plantations of the island. And honestly, it's just pure fun and beats being stuck in a bus with other passengers any day. Of course, Tap Tap tours aren't perfect. So let's talk about some things that you should keep in mind before you book. Do you want to start with that?
Absolutely. They can be a little loud. The engine can be a bit noisy, especially when climbing steep hills or driving through traffic. Sometimes it's tough to hear in the guide when she talks about the city with the city noise and the engine noise. It's a minor inconvenience, but something that you have to keep in mind. And sometimes you have to ask that guide to repeat several times what she said.
And sometimes the guide is a he too,
Yeah.
right? Now, tuk tuks are also great for warm weather, but not always for cold or rain, because they're open air. They're perfect for sunny destinations like Madeira or Lisbon, but in cooler climates, say northern Italy in the spring or fall, you might get a little chilly. Also, they're somewhat covered, but if there's heavy rain, expect to get wet. So keep that in mind because the weather can play a big role in your experience. And if it's raining hard, maybe the tuk tuk tour isn't the right excursion for you.
Also, they're not super fast. Tuk-tuks travel at a slower pace, which is great for sightseeing, but not ideal if you want to discover destinations that are very far away. Sometimes it can take a bit longer to reach these places. For this reason, if you want to explore locations that are far away, keep in mind that you need to book a longer tour and remember that you need to be back in port before your ship leaves and before the all on board time. Otherwise, your ship will leave and you'll be left without you.
Now, I do have a pro tip when booking your tuk tuk tour. Try and have a look at the map, right? See all of the things, like figure out, draw like a little circle and figure out all the things that you want to see. Let's say, within a 5 or 6 kilometer, 3 or 4 mile radius. And then show that to the driver so that they can actually figure out the best way to get you in and out so that you can see everything that you want to see on that particular trip. I mean,
Absolutely.
right?
And also ask the driver for suggestion because sometimes they can suggest you places that not many other tourists go. Like our driver took us to a beach that there was no other tourist there.
Exactly. Now, of course, none of these disadvantages are deal breakers for us, but they're definitely things that we need to consider when we're out cruising, right? And something that you should consider as well. Overall, it's obvious we loved our tuk tuk tour in Madeira. It was fun, flexible, affordable. We made a new friend, and it was a completely unique way to see the city.
If your next cruise stops anywhere in Europe, check if the Tuk Tuk tours are available. Remember to check the link in the description. It's such a great way to explore local neighbors and see the city from a whole different perspective.
Well, folks, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you did find it helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel because it'll help others find the video. It'll support the channel, and you won't miss out on any of my future stories or suggestions or any other city guides that we talk about.
Absolutely. And if you have any question, please leave a comment below. We love to hear back from you. And if we have, we can try to answer the best we can.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see
See
you next time.
Ciao.